Welcome, everyone. Hello, how's everybody doing? So this is Lillie Handy Dominguez coming to you from San Antonio, Texas. And today I'm going to share about news that happened today with YouTube, changes with YouTube. And it's probably going to be something you don't like if you have not been monetized. But for those that are monetized, it doesn't impact them at all. So I'm going to show you their video. So this announcement came up like at 12 hours ago. Yes, 12 hours ago about YouTube increasing the watch hours to 8,000 hours. Now, it's not starting right away. It'll go in effect February 1st. So for those of us that have, I have 1,600 hours, 1,603 or 2,000 or 3,000, we can still do it. And so I'm going to work towards reaching 4,000 hours. And I'm thinking one of the ways that I'm going to do it is by going live every night and also uploading videos about, teaching about YouTube and sharing with my journey and my improvements, what I'm doing and what's happening. But today it's going to be about the YouTube changes. And where did it show up? So it showed up on the, I'm going to share the screen now. It showed up on the YouTube creators YouTube channel and, on our YouTube studio and on alerts. So I went to the alert on here on my channel. And then a little bit below, it said recommended new updates. So notifications, recommended new updates to YouTube Partner Program. Okay, so I clicked on that, and that's where I'm at right now.
We're introducing new updates to the YouTube Partner Program. If you're a creator who's currently in the program, you'll need to review and accept new terms by January 31st, 2027 to keep earning. If you're a creator who's looking to apply to the program, there are new eligibility requirements you'll need to know. There are also changes to the way the Shorts creator pool is being distributed. And we're introducing new revenue streams like Premium Lite and targeted incentive programs. With these changes, our total investment in creators remains unchanged. In fact, we expect to pay even more to creators in 2027 than we did in 2026. Let's walk through what's changing. First, we're updating the YouTube Partner Program sharing for new creators. While YouTube has grown to billions of monthly viewers, the YPP entry thresholds have remained mostly unchanged. To reflect the growth of YouTube, starting February 1st, 2027, entry thresholds for new creators are 1,000 subscribers and either 8,000 qualified watch hours in the last 12 months or 20 million qualified Shorts views in the last 90 days. It used to be 10 million. If you're already in YPP, your status is not impacted by this update. There are no changes to the eligibility requirements for fan funding, YouTube creator partnerships, or YouTube shopping. These products will continue to help creators start their earning journeys when they reach 500 subscribers, 3,000 qualified watch hours in the last year, or 3 million qualified Shorts views in the last 90 days. Next, to earn ads and
so changes in the YouTube Partner Program.
Creators will need to maintain 10 million qualified Shorts views over the last 90 days. If your business is already seeing similar Shorts views, this change is unlikely to impact your earnings. Importantly, this update will not impact your overall YPP status, nor will it impact other YPP revenue streams like long-form video ads. While you'll need to meet minimum thresholds to earn ads and premium revenue share for Shorts, we're also adding new targeted incentive programs to ensure creators have more ways to earn, especially those just starting out. These programs will include things like bonuses for YouTube shopping, incentives for brand deals, and earnings boosts for cultural trend activations. They're designed to reward you based on things like your growth and engagement rates, not just your total views. We'll share specific criteria and how to opt in soon. Plus, we're expanding Premium Lite to all countries where Premium is available. Premium Lite offers ad-free, offline, and background viewing outside of music and shorts. For creators, this means bringing in a more leaned-in viewer audience that can actively contribute to your subscription earnings. When a user signs up for Premium, on average, partners earn more than when the user was watching ads. We're also updating our terms to support new Shorts ad formats. In the future, if a brand targets an ad to 5 or fewer specific channels, you'll be able to earn direct revenue from those placements on top of the existing Shorts creator pool. If you're a creator in the YouTube Partner Program currently, you'll need to review and accept these new terms by January 31st, 2027 to keep earning. You may see terms around watch page monetization, Shorts monetization, and fan funding monetization. For creators who enabled fan funding features like channel memberships or Super Chat before 2023, you may still be on an older version of the terms. To keep our legal terms consistent, we're moving everyone to the current Commerce Product module. There are no changes to eligibility thresholds, how the products work, or revenue share rates. Now, let's walk through how to accept the new YouTube Partner Program terms. Head to YouTube Studio on desktop or mobile. You'll see a notification in your YouTube Studio dashboard. Choose Review.
So I'm
We're
duplicating
introducing new updates to the YouTube
duplicating my channel so that I can go to YouTube Studio. So from our channel, okay, and from the home part of the channel, so we go to the profile picture on the upper right, click on that, and scroll down. We can scroll to view the channel switch account if you have multiple YouTube channels, and then go down to YouTube Studio. So that's where they're saying that whoever is monetized means they already have the 1,000 hours. I'm sorry, the 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours, then they'll have to fill out that form and access it through. So here, upcoming changes to community guidelines warning. So doing it by January 31st. So many of you may not like it, but
read each module, and if you
it's
accept,
life
check
and
the
it's a
box
real
and hit
fact.
accept and continue. Once you've finished accepting all of them, hit finish. Remember, you must accept these module updates by January 31st, 2027 to keep earning, and we encourage you to accept all of them to reach your full earning potential. For more info, check out the links in the description. Thanks for watching.
The video from the YouTube creators channel about the changes that are coming up. So we have the rest of August, September, October, November, December, and January. So we have 5.5 months. If you're halfway to 4,000 hours, or like me, 1,600 hours, there's still the opportunity to get to 4,000 hours. Some people have made it in 2 weeks, a month, 8 weeks. So it just depends on the content that we create that attracts people. One of the ways to be able to, let me change my screen to, hold on here. I got rid of my YouTube where I changed, not YouTube, StreamYard. I hit the channel. Okay, so there we go. So I'm just going back to my screen. So we have to work it. It's going to be tough. It's been tough to get 4,000 hours for the majority of content creators, right? If a content creator doesn't post weekly or more than once every week and goes live, of course, it takes a long time to reach 4,000 hours. So it's going to take a lot longer now to reach 8,000 hours. However, I've been listening to some top YouTube creators saying that, and people that have made it to the monetization, that going live helps. And I used to go live 3 or 4 times a week when I was tutoring real estate students. Now, I used to have, 5, 10, 15, 20 students show up. That's not happening right now, real estate students, okay, because I am a realtor. And so I reached my 4,000 hours really quick, much sooner than I reached 1,000 subscribers. The 1,000 subscribers took me almost 2 years, but 4,000 hours maybe took me a year or less than that. And now I changed my niche and my avatar. So my niche is now what am I helping people do? What problems am I solving? And what do my viewers need help with? So it used to be real estate, to pass the real estate exam. Well, now it's individuals that are, I should say, adults, 70 plus, 70, 80, 90, and even younger. Okay. Anyone that has started a YouTube channel or wants to grow their channel, get monetized, or end up starting to coach or create courses. So I'm going to be building my YouTube channel now differently so that I can then create some courses on educating about YouTube for beginners. Anybody that wants to get started, how to grow, how to do thumbnails, the search engine optimization, all these different sections of YouTube that I've learned and that I keep learning from other individuals, from other content creators that I'm a member of. And I have 2 mentors, but I don't pay very much for it. So it's a thing now that I want to reach 4,000 hours from 1,600. And if you want to do that, one of the recommendations, as I was saying, is to go live. So my goal now is to go live every night and see if I can invite people to come and watch, okay, and learn about YouTube and keep them updated on what YouTube is doing, what changes YouTube is doing, and other social media, okay? Because this just got announced today, the YPP, the YouTube Partner Program. And I heard it from, my mentor, and I've heard it from other content creators that have, hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and others that just have 100,000 or 200,000 or even less. So there's a lot of news about it, okay, about the program changing. So I'm going to share my screen. So yes, it did shock me and it was disappointing. However, we want to look at the positive side, that earning money from advertisements from our videos is not the only way to earn money through YouTube. We can be a mentor or do one-on-one calls with an individual and charge per hour. A mentorship could be, 3 months, 6 months, or a year, and charge for that. But of course, we need to develop credibility first and show that we have experience and that we can help someone. Okay. And so by practicing it myself, learning from my mentors and from my experience of what I've been doing since 2020 on 2 different channels, I've learned a lot. However, one of the things that we shouldn't do if we want to make YouTube a business is to stop creating. Because as I've mentioned on other videos, I was monetized. I had the 4,000 hours like pretty quickly, not in 2 weeks, of course, like some others, and the 1,000 subscribers. And I did it for like 3 years. And then I stopped for 2 years to focus on my real estate business, not thinking that at some point YouTube might make a change like this, not thinking that I would lose my monetization because I wasn't creating content at least 2 videos every 90 days. So there are rules and requirements that YouTube has. And in order to continue maintaining 4,000 hours every 365 days, we must continue to create content. Well, duh, I stopped and I lost monetization, and I've built it back up to 1,600, or I didn't lose all my hours to zero, right? I had more than 4,000 hours. And so for 2 years of not creating consistently, it went down drastically. That's drastically. So my journey now is to rebuild it and get my 4,000 hours. And one of the ways that I'm going to do it is by going live and, of course, uploading other videos. I recorded 2 videos yesterday on Sunday that I'll be uploading and posting, going live. I'll publish them, I should say, not live like I'm doing right now. And keep creating, 2 to 3 videos a week and doing lives regularly. So my goal is I'm going to come on here every night around 8 o'clock, maybe earlier, because it's already 9:30 right now. But people all over the world are watching. So in Europe, it's probably like 6:30 or 5:30 in the morning, and other countries it's even later. So I look on my phone under my alarm, under my clock, and I look at the world. So on the world, I have different countries on there so I can know what the hours are. So like in Frankfurt, Germany, right now it's 4:30 a.m. In Halifax, it's 11:30 p.m. Cancun, okay, down south of Mexico in the Yucatan, 9:30 p.m. Tokyo, 11:31 p.m. Croatia, which is close to Italy and Greece and Germany, that it is 4:31 a.m. So you can see that everywhere in the world, somebody is probably up. Manila in the Philippines, it's 10:31 a.m. Chicago, 9:31 a.m. like here. So central United States, it's 9:30. Denver, in mountain time, it's 8:31. The East Coast is, 10:31. So I keep track of the hours of different countries on my alarm clock section. And you can have the alarm, then look at worldly hours. You can use a timer, okay, taking laps, and keep track of that. And I started doing that because, of course, I used to travel to Europe when I was an engineer, and to Japan. Plus, I also have a virtual assistant from the Philippines. So got to keep track of the hours difference, okay, from different countries. And I have friends in Germany, and sometimes I call over there. So I've got to keep track of that. What did I say? It was 4:30. So it's 7 hours difference. So Germany, Europe, certain countries are 7 hours ahead. And so I've met people from all over the world. And so I hope that to invite them to attend these lives so we can help each other grow our channel and get monetized. So let me show you some of the people that I learned from today that we got the change from YouTube. So this is one of my mentors. This is Rob the Maritimer. And he's in Nova Scotia, Canada. These advertisements makes money once monetized. So you can, okay, so you can see Rob the Maritimer.
So YouTube just changed the rules. And I think a lot of you are going to be discouraged when you hear the news. Now I want to
12 o'clock Central Standard Time, 1 o'clock Eastern time. So since he's in Nova Scotia is north of Maine, and the East Coast, right? So he's going to be talking about this, and he usually has over 100 people attend his live every Tuesday, which is awesome. So just last year when I met him, he was maybe at 80,000 subscribers, and I think it was during the winter time he reached 100,000, and he dove into the lake there, or the ocean, okay, in the winter time, in order to show that he had reached 100,000. He says, okay, I'm going to jump into the cold water, like in some of the eastern states. And when New Year's, okay, they'll jump in the cold water and go swim. That's like a big perk. That's a big thing. Okay, so I saw him reporting the news about YouTube. And so I'm also in a community with him. And so he's a great person to learn from. But I hope you're also going to be learning from me, right? Because I'm learning from him and I'm learning from others. So let me show Nova Scotia. The live ones are done indoor in his studio, Nova Scotia, Canada. It's a province. Okay. So here's, let's get the map. Come on, map. Come on up. It's behaving a little bit slowly. So thank you for joining me tonight. And you're still awake depending on where you're from. Okay, so there's Nova Scotia, right? And so here is Maine. So it's just northeast or east, right? Here's Maine, Bangor, Maine. I've been there when I was an engineer. And there's Nova Scotia in Canada. Okay, so Maine goes up, and there's Quebec, Montreal. So there's the border of the United States, and then it goes into Canada. And of course, New York, Washington, and then Canada goes all the way to Vancouver, Washington. I lived in Oregon and went to also to Vancouver. So anyway, that's where he's located. So, you know, I've got friends all over the world now. And it's a beautiful area. So he's got the North Atlantic that he shares with us. All right, let's go back to his channel. So he's got 499 videos and he's got 118,000 subscribers. And he did his, he reached his 100,000. Okay, I think it was sometime in February or March. And then he ocean. Okay, so it gets pretty cold where he's at, right? And so his goal was to make 20,000 a month. So here he is. So 5 months ago, so that was what? So we're August, July, June, May, April, March. So he jumped into the ocean after he hit 100,000. And so that was pretty cool. That was a great celebration. So since 5 months ago, in 5 months, he's grown 18,000 subscribers again. So that's one channel that I watched today on, you know, the YouTube news. And then, of course, I also saw the YouTube channel, the YouTube creators. I saw I didn't actually hear. So
welcome to the next evolution of AI.
Excuse me. So Nick to 12, and I used to watch him. And so there he's got breaking now. Major YouTube monetization. And then I did watch another gentleman, Kobe. So you can see a lot of people are talking about the change because it's important to know. So here's this gentleman. Okay. And he talks a lot about vidIQ. So these individuals have been on YouTube, okay, for years.
It's not going to be the most
So he's got 2.41 million, but he talks about, so program kind of like TubeBuddy that we use to analyze our channel. It helps us give us ideas on what to post. It's a paid subscription. Okay, it's a little spendy. It costs like 200 and something a year. So from this gentleman, I learned about the streaming software that I use, which is StreamYard.
Right, so there's been a major update.
This is Nick Nimmin. So he's got almost what, 1 million subscribers. Go to their channel description. Oh, pardon me. That's the YouTube video description. So we go to the channel and then you click more. So Nick Nimmin is somebody that talks a lot about different things about YouTube. Okay. And his brother also shows up with him. And he's got a membership. So does Rob the Maritiner. But when you scroll down, you see he's been on YouTube since 2014. And he's been going live every Saturday for years. And many people that I know have watched him and have learned from him. My mentors have watched him and learned from him. And his brother sometimes attends Rob the Maritiner's channel. So you see how many creators are showing you so far, okay, creators that have been talking about change. It's disappointing, okay, that it's changing, and it's probably going to disappoint a lot of people, okay, that just got started. But keep in mind, a reminder is that YouTube AdSense, that means when you see advertisements and people watch the advertisements, that's how YouTube is paying the content creator, through those advertisements. The more people watch it and the more advertisers want to advertise on that channel, they get more. So YouTube is going to be paying more money for that. Well, it's great for those that are already monetized, not great for those of us, including me, that either lost monetization or are working on getting monetized again. So I'm going to ask for your support so that I go live. I'm going to make it a goal to go live every night at either 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. I do real estate during the day. So, and then I'm going live at noon on Saturdays to talk about what happened. What did I do the week before? What did I learn? What am I doing differently? And how I can help you also grow your YouTube channel or get started. I'll be creating a lot of videos. I just started this new pivot, this change a little over a month ago. So last month I uploaded, I think, 4 videos, and then I've done 2 lives and now this live. Okay. So if you're wanting to grow, if you're wanting to have a YouTube channel, don't get discouraged. And yes, it was disappointing for me today, listening to the news from Rob and from others, because I was like pushing. Well, now it's going to push me even more, because some people have made it, depending. Let me show you one family that did it really quick. This one here did it in 2 weeks. But there's one thing that did going loading videos. Okay, advertisement and so this, and his mom or creating videos.
I think, wait,
Oh,
almost-
it's not sharing that video.
Because I had another
Excuse
one.
me. Excuse me. Here I'm talking away about a channel, and I wasn't sharing it.
Came out like home.
All right. So why am I not being able to share? So I'm clicking the buttons to share my screen. Oh, there we go. So it's working a little bit slow. And now my photo is right in the middle, and that's not where I want it. So bear with me as the internet catches up with it. Okay, so this woman, she's 83 years old. Okay, but her son started the channel. And let me go to her channel. And so one thing that watch our YouTube videos is the title and the thumbnail. So the thumbnail is like on an envelope, or the thumbnail or the stamp on a movie. They want to Prime Video, Hulu, and Tubi, and all those different streaming channels. All right, so they're rolling into retirement, right? Because he was retiring, and she's been retired, of course, a long time, and she lives alone. And so he's getting tons of, and he only has 191 videos, which he started recording on his own. So I'll show you, when you want to see the older videos, or the beginning videos of a channel, you click on their channel, click on the video tab, and you go to the oldest, and you can see when they started publishing. Okay. So 4 months ago, that's when he started his channel, or started recording. I think it in February 14 on Valentine's Day, right? 2026. So February, March, April, May, June, July, August, 6 months. Okay, on the 14th of this month. And he's got an Amazon store where he's already selling certain things. So that's one way that you can also earn money, is by recommending products that you use. I'll be adding that to my channel, to my video descriptions of all the equipment that I use. I have so much equipment, it's not funny. I'm a techie and I like electronics. Hold on and use what we've got, because we basically need a phone, a good speaker, which I'm using my Blue Yeti speaker that I'm showing right here when I'm doing at home. When I'm outside, I use a little mic lapel. But he started uploading videos 4 months ago. So what he did was he learned everything that he needed to learn about getting a channel started. And he says, I'm not techie, so I don't. So he created some how would you call it? Some riders, some little boards that show subscribe, okay, like my channel, share my channel, comment, and he shows them on there instead of telling people, in the video, or putting little icons going, please subscribe. And he started videos posting, and he was posting day, not necessarily going live. If you want to go, if he was going live, so he doesn't have a heading, so he's going to show what the videos that people see when they first go to a channel. But he started recording by himself. Now he's got his mom, and boy, okay, he's got a video for you when somebody arrives, list and shorts, and then you can include posts. So mine has something similar to that. But anyway, let me go back to the videos. His mom is amazing. I am just, so he got monetized in 2 weeks. That is unbelievable. That's the fastest I've seen. And he actually says 12 days. That's actually the fastest that I've seen someone, do that. So this one that has a red line all across it, I watched that video. Okay. And so that one is how I got mom to stop. I think I watched one or two other ones because he said I watched other people's videos, how they do the thumbnails, the text, the different titles, and the text on the titles. You can actually get ideas and use the same title, just the video is created by you. Okay. Like he did, he created the videos. So when he started adding his mom, it just blew up. He was worse, but look, his 9,000 views. Let's look at the popular ones. So I'm showing time is we have to have a plan, a strategy, and have some checklists and be prepared to record like several videos in one day, different topics, so that you don't have to record every single day. That's why I recorded 2 of them yesterday. I meant to record 3, but my phone got so hot that I had to do the same video like 3 times in 3 different portions because my phone kept getting hot and shutting down the camera. So people are real interested. Look at this, 772 views from his mom about I can only buy groceries once a month, $190 a grocery. And then she has another one where she only spent $150 with everything that she buys to last her for the whole month. She freezes her milk. She freezes her bread. She freezes food that she cooks. So anyway, people are loving that. People are loving to hear the stories that other individuals have. So the older we get, some people say, what the heck are you doing on YouTube at 71? Well, look at her. She's 92, and she's actually the one that is, so it'd be great to be, however, they're not as healthy as this woman is, and they call her grandma. Okay, let's get things. Older individuals have more to talk about, have experience, learn from those of us that are older, because I've gone through 71 years, right? 71 and a half. So I've had a lot of experiences. So older individuals have an advantage. So if you're in your 70s or 80s or 90s, I just heard of one through Rob the Maritimer. She started at 95. Okay. So her videos, with her on the video, they're getting into their monetization, but he reached the monetization when he was doing it by himself. Okay. Longer, because like me, we started, then we stopped and did something else because he was a professional consultant doing projects and work for people from Fiverr. And Fiverr is, you can hire individuals from other countries to do work for you, and you pay them by the project. He was an engineer, and like me, and we're kind of introverts, and the internet is not responding real good. Uh, uh, oh, well, I thought that was Rob. So these are the people or the channels that I'm subscribing to. Oh, and I met this gentleman today on another live that I attended. So Rob, I've known since like October. So this gentleman, managing retirement, he's been on YouTube. I'm sorry, that's not him. Let's see, Mike. My almost 3,000 subscribers. So he had one video go a little bit viral, 160,000 views. Another one, 11. So he ended up getting his hours, and he started his a year ago, July. Okay, so 12 months. However, if you're wanting to start or you're having a channel right now, create a schedule, create a plan. Don't just start producing and produce just whatever the heck, anything. All right. Once you know the topic and who your viewers are going to be, who you're going to target and want to attract based on what your topic is, it could be about retirement, about RVs, scuba diving, teaching, being an engineer, selling products, or having gift baskets, or being a painter, an artist, writing a book. There's so many different titles. There are a lot of people like me that are helping others get onto YouTube, different ages. So Rob started by helping people over 40. So I'm doing it to help people over 70. Doesn't mean that's all I'm going to attract, but I'm going to help, different people as I look at what I've already succeeded with. So I'm sorry, let me go back. So important things to help someone grow fast is use 3 to 4 words on the thumbnail. Okay, as you see here. Large, bold letters. Okay, sometimes I used to put more. Sometimes you might have, 1 or 2 words that are a little bit smaller. So it's recommended no more than 4 words. Now, once somebody is doing really good, they might put more words and may not get as many clicks, as many views than one that had less, and one that's sharing experience from before to now. Okay, so here he's got, I retired at 62. Here's what it feels like at 71. So it's got to be titles that people want to hear about. And I really enjoy, Rob the Maritimer, because he walks and talks. And I do some of them that way. And then the lives, okay, we do them indoors, okay? And he recently changed his banner. You can change your banner. Okay, so he's one of my mentors. My other mentor is Alexa Saranoha. So she just turned 47. In 18 months, she went from earning 50,000 in her career to almost $250,000. So within 2 years, she was already earning $250,000. Did she do it just from? All right, she has courses. And so on here, she does one-on-one coaching. She does hourly coaching. She does group coaching. Right now, she's focusing on building her school community. So that's why you have on here her school community, because on the school community, you get recurring income. So it's passive income coming in every month, with all the memberships are paying a fee. Like I'm paying, when she started to charge for that, it went to, she was charging. Well, I hesitated. She says, when I have so many, like 50, then I'm going to increase the amount. Well, the night that I was going to join, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have joined so many different things. I have spent so much money. This is nothing compared to monies that I have spent on other individuals to learn from. And they weren't really from YouTube. It was more about Instagram. And I'm not big on Instagram. I like YouTube because it's educating, and I don't have to constantly post over and over and over in a day or every single day. We can, and it stays on the channel for life, just like a movie. You can search for it. So I decided the next day to join. Well, the next day it went up to $67. Okay. She increased it by $20. So this school community, their communities, like we have a community on YouTube, but it's nothing like this. Here on her free one, she has over 9,000 people, and she used to go live there every week and post videos and stuff. And so here she has a classroom of videos that she has created, and some of them are free and others you have to pay for. Okay, so she has the one-on-one mentorship, and a 1-hour call with her is $495. When she started, she charged, I think, less than $100 or maybe $200. But then she hired a real expensive mentor, and he told her, start increasing your prices, because sometimes people have more respect and believe someone that is charging more than someone that doesn't. Quite interesting, right? I never charged for what I was doing before. And it's like, okay, we want to make a living. So this one might be new, creator breakthrough. She's changing from black and others to a little bit more color, because she was more black and white and a lot of black. So anyway, she's got 2 of them. On this one, I think she has like 100 and someone, okay, 118 members. So each of those members pays, let's say, an average of $50 a month. So she gets that every month. You should see others. People pay an abundance of money. It is amazing. However, it takes work. We have to get involved with the community, answer questions, participate, help, go live. And you see, she had called here. She did that for the 2 years since she started. And her mentor really pushes her, encourages her. So on this one, she has 9,192. This one is free. Okay. She never charged for 2 years, but she provided so much information. Okay. And I did this 30-day growth challenge and did it every day. So she used to go live once a week for 2 years. And then she decided to create the paid channel suggested by her mentor. And so this is a community where you can interact with a lot of people. So you can even join this one right now, Creator Boost Tribe. It's free. And you'll start interacting with a lot of us. And it's a support channel. We support each other. We encourage. We give feedback. You see, there's a classroom, the calendar, the members, map, leaderboard, about. But then down here, general discussion. People talk about their wins for the week. And others have questions that get answered. And then there's the monetization. When somebody new joins, they introduce themselves. Tips that individuals provide. Anybody can provide a tip. Announcements and updates. Okay, feedback wanted. And accountability. I did not like accountability. So when I did the 30-day challenge, I posted on here every single day that I did. So here's my 30-day. I posted on here every single day for 30 days, and I would do the workbook, and I would write on the workbook. And sometimes I would have ChatGPT help me do some of these in the workbook. And so I learned a lot from there to narrow down my niche, because my niche was too broad when I started to pivot. And my avatar, which is who are the people that I want to talk to, that I want to attract. So mine are 70 and above, right? Because I'm 71. So you see, here's my day 29, 28, 27. I did it in a row. And so I didn't want to do this because I don't like accountability, because now I have to follow through. Well, I'm glad I did it because I learned so much. Even though I knew a lot about YouTube, I was starting over since I had stopped. So I had to learn how to get back and now start recording videos, not just going live. Going live like I am right now, it's a lot easier because we don't have to edit the video. But when we pre-record, then we may have to edit. Now, a lot of people are not editing it. They're leaving the videos raw. People want to see the authenticity, the reality show. Like there's some reality shows on TV, right, that people watch and they're like really raw. And people are watching them every week. Well, that's how YouTube has become. People want to hear the truth, honesty, transparency, and telling your story that'll help someone else. It's not just, any story. So it depends on the topic that you're discussing. So Alexa is a great mentor. So she went from 50,000 a year that she did for 15 years as a university professor, and then went to making almost $250,000 or $250,000. She took that description down. So she says, after building a 300,000 plus business through YouTube, here's what I've learned. Okay. It says the creators who win aren't the loudest. They're the clearest. Have to clarify your niche, clarify what you're discussing, who you're helping, what you're talking about, how you're helping, what problems are you solving for them. It says they don't succeed because they're pretending to be someone. They succeed because they stop hiding who they really are. If you're ready to build wealth by being more you, that's it. We have to be us, not somebody else. Be ourselves, be true, be real, be honest, and build wealth by being more you. This channel is for creators and entrepreneurs. So she charges a lot now if somebody has to hire. You saw that for 1 hour is $4.95. I think Rob charges $250 for 1 hour. But when they do a mentorship program, they charge $5,000 to $10,000. And that mentorship program can be for 6 months or 12 months. Some of them can be for 30 days, and then they have meetups every month. And then a gentleman like, let me see here. This gentleman here, or young man, he's 23. He's actually Alexa's mentor. So he charges $30,000 to $50,000 to mentor someone. And he started when he was 12 years old, and he's been taught by Alex Hormozi. If you're not familiar with Alex Hormozi, I don't think I have him. Let me search for Alex Hormozi. So Alex Hormozi is a huge businessman. And he built gyms, okay, exercise clubs. Okay, so this is Alex Hormozi. him and his wife have grown, but he went through a really hard time in the growth process of what he was doing. And scale or fail, 8 businesses, 90 days to scale, one winner. So he's the mentor for Harut. And Harut is the mentor for Alexa, and Alexa is my mentor, right? So every level that you go up, you're paying thousands and thousands of dollars for those mentors because they have achieved a lot and they can help pretty quickly for someone to grow, to make changes. A lot of times it's our mindset that we don't want to charge, or we're afraid to charge too much, or who's going to want to listen to us? Who wants to hear what I have to say? And it's amazing. You'd be surprised. Everyone has something to share in their life experience. Okay. And so if you're wondering, what can I talk about? Think about your life from childhood to now. You've done a lot of things, had ups and downs, careers, education, marriages, maybe divorces, illnesses, deaths, recovery, relocation, sports, adventures, okay, journeys. There's so much to talk about. So before you start a channel, research YouTube about what is important to know how to do, not just create the channel kind of like I did and then upload whenever. That it doesn't work well that way. On one channel, I did it at a different strategy, but on the other channel that was supposed to attract a lot of buyers in real estate, I wasn't consistent, and I hated being on camera. It took me a while during COVID to learn how to get on the camera. I was shy about taking photos of me, much less being on camera. So during COVID, one of my coaches from years ago said, start creating a 5-second video, then increase to 10-second and watch it. Listen to yourself, watch yourself, change a little bit here. So I just started doing that, every day, little videos until I was even dancing in front of them and then sharing them. And we get comfortable with the uncomfortable. So YouTube is great because we're teaching something, we're educating, we're helping. Just like we go to YouTube to learn something, to help us solve an issue that we have, a problem, fix something in the house, okay? Fix something on the car, fix something. I've done it, okay? I took my motorcycle apart by watching YouTube, and I used to think, what the heck? Why do people make these YouTube videos? I mean, what do they get out of it, right? And they're real detailed, but I learned how to take my motorcycle apart so that I could repair it. And then I got real busy with real estate that I didn't repair it. I ended up selling it. So that a young man that bought my motorcycle from 1983, a Yamaha Virago, a big motorcycle. And he was looking for that particular motorcycle that I had because it was made on his birth year, 1983. So it went somebody that really wanted it and was going to improve it, got it. But how did I learn how to take my carburetor apart, to take, the tank out, to take those things? Through YouTube. So that's what we want to do for somebody else. Help somebody else solve something that they need, something that they want to learn, and we attract them to watch our videos. And that's how we grow. It's got to be something valuable that we're targeting. So that person creating those motorcycle videos was targeting somebody like me who wanted to be able to repair my motorcycle and take the carburetor apart, clean it, and take the tank out and stuff. So it was for me. And then I've done others, okay, to repair things around the house or look up electronics for my car. It's just amazing. But in 2014, when I got my real estate license here in Texas, I got it in 2013. I had taken my motorcycle apart just before that while I was taking the courses. And I was like, wow, why do people do this? Why do they share all this information? Why do they take the time to teach that? They're like being teachers. Well, come to find out, here I am, 8 years later? Yep, 8 years later, creating my own YouTube channel that I understood why. Because you can also make money through YouTube. So you can make money from the advertisement, but now that they're increasing the hours, it might be harder for some people to gain the 8,000 hours, watch hours, people watching our video. But you can do it by affiliation. You can do it by advertising, putting links to products that you use for your channel or products that you use in your home, and put the link for Amazon. And so you're an Amazon affiliate. So anytime somebody clicks on your link of, or something like, I'm an Amazon affiliate. So let's see, where's my Amazon channel here? Usually it's right here on the left-hand corner. Is this it? That's it. So at some point I'm into, so you see I have my Amazon account here, Site Stripe. So I have bought lots of products, okay, from here that I'm going to, okay, where are my orders? Excuse me. So my orders. So let me just show you some of the products that I have bought that I use for YouTube. Like if you have cats and you talk about cats, you can recommend cat food. Okay, so buy again. So, I buy a lot of things for my cats, but I've bought a lot of electronics. I buy some vitamins, shelves, and weights, okay? So let me go to electronics. So let's say here, search microphone or just mic. And so I was talking about the mic that I use. I got to hit search. Lily, wake up. Okay. So I have this right here. It's a boom arm. So I had this Yeti, the blue speaker. That's the one that I have right here. Okay. But you don't need that when you're getting started. So this right here for $14.99 is one of the first ones that I bought. So you clip this to your clothing, attach this to the phone. So if you put the phone on a tripod away from you, then the speaker, the mic here is picking up your voice, even though the camera is further away. And the recording attaches to the video. So here, $14.99 for this. That's sufficient to connect to your phone, either doing it inside the house. Sometimes you'll see people holding on to this mic, okay, right here on their hand. Okay, like here's a different one, but I can't use this one because it has the wrong interface. That's for an old iPhone. But some people will hold it like this, right? Well, this one, you'll clip it to your clothes, the one there on the picture. This one was more expensive. I tell you, I'm a little techie. I like to buy. So you use your telephone, a mic like this for $15. And then let's search a tripod. Go back to my orders. So you see, we can put links like this in our videos and share with people. Okay, this is what I use. If you're interested in buying a mic, I only share what I personally use. So this is the other mic that I just showed you. And this one, let's see, how much is this one? Over here it says 99, but I don't think that's how much it was. This is a Shure one. Well, that's interesting. How come it doesn't have a price? Oh, it's because it's currently unavailable. So I forget how much I paid for that one. But you don't need that. You want one with a lapel, because this one, then it's if you have the phone right near you. Okay, and about this one for $70. Why? Because I have a GoPro. When I started recording, the guys that I was learning from, they had a GoPro. So what does Lillie go do? Go buys the GoPro. And the GoPros now are, I don't know, 200 or more. I have this little mic that you could attach to. Now most phones don't have this type of connector, right? To connect on the bottom. See, this one doesn't have it, my Android, and neither does my iPhone. So I can't use that unless I get a USB converter that connects to the phone, not a USB, but the right type of connector to the phone. So I have all those different ones. And then tripod. I have different tripods. I have tall tripods, little tripods. Okay. So this one, you don't need to get started. You need a real simple one. I have this one also. I bought the octopus. Okay. That's, 100 and something, but it's not showing. Maybe, I think the other ones were given to me. So these were my orders that I bought. And these are adapters so that I could adapt it to my GoPro. And this was another one that I bought so that I could take videos of homes, but you don't need that. So let me search just regular tripods and show you that you don't need to spend a lot of money to start recording. So these are bigger tripods, but they're selfie sticks. So here's like a smaller selfie stick, except sometimes they're not very stable. You need, if you want to set it on the ground, I have 2 selfie sticks and it's kind of flimsy. All right. And I didn't like it. So I ended up using my octopus or something else. But there are some, here's this for, $21.99, and they might stretch up to, 4 feet or something like that. $23. Okay, so you could spend $15 for a mic, for the little mic that I showed you, and you can even spend less, okay, for $17.99. This one is amazing. I paid a heck of a lot more for mine. Okay, so this one is a little bit longer. It's a basic for 17, the tripod only. It doesn't have the attachment or the bag. Okay, so it's just a tripod for $17.99. So as you can see, what I'm showing is that you have minimal cost. With $50, you can have or less, you can have a mic and your tripod and start recording. Okay, you don't need anything expensive to start recording. So that's it. And your phone. You need those 3 things and good lighting. So you can get a ring light. I have a little ring light that you can stand in front of you. And I think I also paid, when you're recording inside the house and you don't have really good lighting. So let's say ring lights. I have a big ring light, and which I have in front of me here to an angle that gives me the majority of the light. And then I have the streaming lights in the back because I like to have some color when I go live. So here are some different little, this is one on a stand, is similar to what I have up there. And you can put your phone in the middle. So you can sit somewhere, put the phone on it, have your mic on your lapel, and talk from a distance and get a good sound, because people want to hear good sound. So that's $29. But there's little ones that may cost like here's one that you can, put on your desk or on a little tripod for $18. Here's another one that you can attach to your desk for $30. Another one on a tripod for $30. Okay, so $15 for the mic, maybe another 25 or 20 for the tripod. So that's already $35. And you can get a little light, $35 and another $15, $50. You've got your lighting, you've got your mic, you got your tripod. And then, of course, the most expensive thing that we have is what? The phone. It can be an iPhone or an Android. Look at this light, $9.60 for this little light that you can clip maybe to the top of your computer or to the edge of your desk. So go with the least expensive that works. I bought so many things. Okay, let me show you the one that I have up here. I forget how much I paid for this one. So you see, it has a clip, and then I can attach my phone on there, and then it has the light. Okay, and it connects with a USB for charging. Okay, so I put this one on my shelf to give me a little bit of lighting. I have a huge shelf next to me. Okay, and I might have bought that on Wise. Oh, hi, Grayson. Am I the only one in the chat? No, there's a couple of years. I'm sorry, I didn't pay attention. Hi. Thank you for watching. Okay, and there is, so here's Grayson. Can you see what I'm saying? I am now. I wasn't paying attention. And thank you so much for attending. Yeah, because I'm asking for support to grow my channel or grow my hours to reach 4,000 hours. Because I was talking earlier. So who's this? Atina. Okay. So your name is Atina. I'm not sure. It's Atina. So yes, this new version of my channel is more to teach about YouTube and my journey on growing my channel, where what I was doing before, Atina, was, but now I'm not deleting the videos for real estate. I did that for, like 3 years. Those are there. They're under 2 different playlists. Okay. And I'll show you on my channel. And they're under, hold on here. Let me go to my channel. So I put hundreds of videos because the majority of the videos that show up on my channel are about real estate tutoring, preparing for the real estate exam. So let me show you. So those videos are going to stay there. So I used to be YouTube agent prep with Wow Lillie Handy. So people already knew me as Wow Lillie Handy. My name is Lillie Handy Dominguez. Wild, I've been called a wild child since I was a kid. And my license plates on my sports car used to be Wild Sci, because I was an engineer, right? So I had Wild Sci. People thought it was Yield Sci. YLD, wild, and then science. So, Tina, the playlist down here has all my videos. So here's real estate business. This is once you already have your real estate license. And then real estate exam prep. These are others, my private ones. So real estate exam prep legacy. They're all there. Okay. And these are about how to do scripts, how to do scripts and cold calling and listing presentations. So they will stay there permanently. Those will never go away. And now, if you're going to become a realtor, what do you think you're going to need? And you're seeing a lot of realtors using to attract clients, a YouTube channel. So I'm hoping to invite a lot of my students back and realtors and help them learn how to create their own YouTube channel to attract buyers, to attract sellers, so that it's a lead generating system. You'd be amazed at how many channels are out there. And I have one. Okay, so let me show you my other channel. Here, just go to this one. And I stopped doing that one. Living in San Antonio, Texas. So this channel that I'm going to show you right now, internet. Okay, the internet is skipping there for a little bit. So I would love for you all to join me and help me grow my hours. Hold on, let me now click. After you change the account, then you've got to click view your channel because it'll stay on the channel that you were before. So now it's switching to my real estate channel of attracting buyers that were relocating from another state to live in San Antonio, Texas. So this is the channel I did first when I started in 2020 in April. And so with 17 videos, I had 867. And I was starting to attract buyers. And I liked to do sellers more than buyers. And I stopped creating videos. But the realtors that have this channel, living in city and state, I learned all about YouTube from two realtors from Portland. They no longer live in Portland now, that were called Jesse Jackson and Jackson Wilkie and Jesse Dow. I did a 5-day course that they did live every night and paid, I think it was $250. And I learned everything from them to create this channel and the other, what kind of videos to do, the thumbnails. But back then there was a lot of wording on the thumbnails, and it was intro to the city and state, the pros and cons of a city and state. Don't burn your money. Okay. 7 hacks to save tons of money. So watch this before moving to San Antonio instead of a movie. So then you can do tours of homes. So if you're already a realtor or you're going to get licensed, Atina, you want to have a channel and it attract buyers and do it consistently, not give up on it. If I had been going on this, I would have had a lot of clients. Let me show you an example for if you're going to end up doing this. So let me see from the two guys that I learned, living in Houston, Texas. These realtors, they make buku money through creating these type of videos. So you see, he says the original Living Houston. So this is Jackson Wilkie. He's the one that I learned from. So he was in Portland, and Portland was having all those issues back in 2020. So he moved to Houston, and his partner moved to Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona. So if you search living in, you're going to see lots of channels. They have at least 13 channels in 13 different states. But he was the original one, and his partner was an expert on representing clients and creating the business. Jackson, excellent at creating video. And he did so many things to learn and then taught us. So I learned how to do all the thumbnails, the channel, creating the channel. I had a channel I didn't even know back from 2014 when I started real estate. I didn't realize I had one, but I learned what I needed to know about real estate from him and his partner. But he's the creator. So if you're going to get your license, you want to learn how to create a YouTube channel, and you can learn from me as I'm learning new things that are happening now. Okay. So excellent. There's living in Portland, living in Oklahoma, living in Phoenix, living in Dallas, in Austin, all over the place. So enough about the real estate. So thank you for being here. And so that's what I'm hoping to do now, is to help realtors and real estate students realize that if they don't pass their exam, you can create a YouTube channel and earn money from it. Now it's going to be a little bit harder because it requires now 8,000 hours. That's how I started the video today about the monetization. Where is the, where I was talking about YouTube changing the monetization. Okay. So if you want to learn now, YouTube is requiring 8,000 hours for new beginners. It goes into effect February 1st. So we have until now, until January 31st to reach the 8,000 hours. The 1,000 subscribers is still the same. And I'm at 1,600. I used to have more than 4,000 hours. However, I stopped recording. I stopped going live for real estate students
We're
and
introducing new updates to
focus.
the YouTube Partner Program.
See,
If you're a creator who's currently in the program,
so that's what I started the live today, talking about the new change that happened starting today. Yes, Atina, I really appreciate it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go live every night because I want to reach 4,000 hours by January 31st. And I'm going to talk about whatever news comes up. And then Saturday morning or Saturday at 12 o'clock, I'll talk about what I did the prior week as far as what I recorded, you know, my thumbnails, the titles, the impact, you know, doing my journey. But every night I'm going to go live, whether somebody's on it or not, so that I can start gaining the rest of the 2,400 hours that I need to get monetized by January 31st. Because if not, then I'll have to go to 8,000 hours, which is going to take a lot longer. But again, ways you can make money: attract people to your channel, help them as a realtor. Attract people to buy products that you use from Amazon or from grocery stores or any other thing, clothing or whatever you use. Create an Amazon store, and I'm going to do that. Put links to equipment or things that you use on your videos. People click on it, you'll get an affiliate commission. So that's affiliate programs. Okay, you can sell courses, you can be a mentor. You can end up creating educational guides like how to do this, how to build your channel step by step, and you can sell that. You can create ebooks, electronic books about what you know and sell those. So reaching the 8,000 hours will help you get money from people watching ads through your videos. So it was 4,000. It still is now. It'll change February 1st to 8,000. And that's called AdSense. We can make a little bit of money, but most people make a lot of money through YouTube by the other forms that I mentioned. Okay. Selling products, affiliate links, selling an ebook, selling guides, being a mentor, creating courses. Okay. So many things like that people make money. And that's what I'm working towards. And you can learn through me as I do my journey. Wow, I've been here already an hour. Amazing. I started like at 9:30. So it went by quick. So if you ever, okay, let me ask you the call to action that we always want to ask. If we don't ask, we don't get. And so one of the things to do with every video is ask people to subscribe to my channel, like the video if they liked it, click the alert bell so they get alerted anytime I go live or upload a video, comment and let me know what you thought of the video, what you would like me to talk about next time I go live or create a video. Put your questions there. I can discuss them on Saturday. Ask them to share the video with their friends and also to hype it. Now that's a new thing on YouTube, that you can hype someone's video and it gives them more popularity on YouTube, more acknowledgement. So I'm asking you to do all those to help me on my journey with YouTube. And once you create your YouTube channel, I'll also support yours. And I look forward to all of you having a YouTube channel. And don't worry so much about the hours. Once you get 1,000 subscribers and 3,000 hours, you can have, what do they call it? The, gosh, what are the requirements? Okay, let me search here. What does 1,000 subscribers and 3,000 hours get us? It's like the fan club. And so with 500 subscribers and 3,000 qualified, you can get the fan club and other things. I forget, lost my thought. Let's see. What does the YouTube provide with 500 subs and 3,000 hours? So you can join the YouTube Partner Program when, here, let me share the screen. Okay, so once you have 3,000 public watch hours and 500 subs, and you upload 3 videos every 90 days, okay, you can have channel memberships where people can pay to be a member of your channel. Super chat and super stickers, and then super thanks. And you can have a YouTube shopping, enable your channel to tag and showcase official merchandise. So these are other ways to make money. So don't get discouraged. And, so today I saw some people being upset, really angry. It's like, oh, YouTube doesn't like the small creators. They don't want to help the small creators. Well, they want to pay those that are really doing it seriously more money through AdSense. Okay. However, there's a lot of creators that don't do a lot and don't take it serious. So I'm saying, create a plan of what you're going to do before you even start YouTube. Research about YouTube. Requirements, what's important about the thumbnail, the title, the description, the tags, how to get people to click on your video. So that's basically the thumbnail and the title description. Watch other people's channels and how they create their thumbnails. So thumbnails can be created by taking a snapshot, a screenshot of your video with you on it. The best is to have your picture on the video. Okay, like here's my picture, and then this left side chat did for me. But I create all my thumbnails, and I use 2 programs. One that I learned from Jackson and Jesse, which is PicMonkey. But you see how it's really important. People want to see who is talking. Yes, there are faceless channels, and there are channels that don't talk at all. They describe and point, and people do really good with that, like, other languages. But people want to see, who is talking. They want to get to know us. So if you create a background like this, what I used to do for my real estate, you have a background, then you add your photo, and then you add text. And the text should be 3 to 4 words max, and bold enough so it can be seen on a cell phone, right? And a video, a long form video, should be horizontal. That's for YouTube. That's what YouTube wants, horizontal videos. And now if they want people to stay on YouTube, because there's competition with Instagram and TikTok and short, not short stories, but what do you call it? When you post stories, right, on the Facebook and Instagram, they're now doing video, allowing videos up to 30 minutes, 60 minutes. So they're competing with YouTube. So YouTube wants people to stay longer. And so they're encouraging longer videos. 12 minutes, 8 to 12 minutes used to be what was the prime channel or the prime video length. Now it's gone to like 14 to 20 minutes, because the longer you have a video and people watch, they stay longer on YouTube. YouTube wants people, viewers, to stay on YouTube and not to go through the other media. The big positive about YouTube is that the videos stay on there permanently, like a movie on your TV channel. And so they can search on your channel, or they can search on ChatGPT, they can search on Google, on Gemini, on anything, or on YouTube for a certain topic and find all these different videos. But on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, stories, I mean, you can't search for them. They go away in 24 hours, some of them. And if it's a post, then you have to go through a whole bunch of them. You can't do a search and find them real easy like we can on YouTube. And YouTube, the top channels are like educational channels. Those are some of the top channels, are educational and entertainment. And so what we're doing is teaching somebody else to attract clients. We're educating, right? We're sharing what we know, whether it's real estate, whether it's working out, or it's eating health food, taking care of ourselves as we get older, or swimming or jogging, playing sports, your career, your job, any type of that, working from home, being a caretaker, illness, whatever. People learn from those videos and they stay on YouTube as long as you have your channel active. And they show up all over the world, all over the internet. Okay. So that's the big plus with YouTube. Now, Instagram and TikTok, they help us drive traffic to our channel. To the word we say, stay top of mind. Okay. And that's marketing, marketing, marketing. However, we want to attract people to YouTube that are organically getting there, meaning they Google or they search on YouTube and they find our video based on a topic that they want to learn about, or they want to have a problem solved, an issue taken care of, or they are recommended videos by YouTube. So that's organic viewers, organic subscribers. And that's what we want, because those people want to watch our videos. The individuals that watch shorts, they prefer watching short media. Okay. Most people that watch shorts don't do a lot of long form videos. And those that do long form videos like YouTube don't do a lot of shorts. Like I don't do a lot of shorts. I don't watch a lot of that. Yeah, I do every now and then. I get alerts from family and friends, but I don't make it a habit to do that. I prefer YouTube because I love to learn. You can learn from the others, TikTok, Instagram, X, LinkedIn, all those. But YouTube is the best one for educating. So let me see anything else on the comments. All right. So yes. So, keep coming to my YouTube channel, Latina, if you're working on getting your real estate license or learning to get started on real estate or listing presentations. I greatly appreciate it. I would love for y'all to continue watching and help me grow my hours. Okay. I'm going to be inviting, if you know anybody that is interested in learning how to get started with YouTube, things that are important, hey, invite them to my channel. I would thank you and appreciate it. And I thank you so much for being here tonight. I don't know where you're from, but here in Texas, it's 10:48 p.m. because it's Central Time. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I greatly appreciate you being here and sticking with me while I'm being a chatterbox about the news that happened today. First, okay, YouTube changing increasing the requirements to 8,000 watch hours. But until February 1st. So we have 5.5 months to reach the 4,000 hours, which is my goal to reach before the plan changes. So if no, oh, you're in Texas, Athena. Okay, you're in the same time. And by the way, I still work as a realtor. I'm still doing real estate and building my YouTube channel now, but now working at it being consistently. All right, you all. If no further questions, I am going to go live every night, hopefully at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, to see what else is happening in the world of YouTube or what I learned from other people. And then on Saturday, it'll be to discuss my journey with YouTube and how creating my videos, what kind of activity, my analytics, and that type of thing. So if no further questions, I love you all. Thank you so much. Until next time, catch you later. Have a good night.